Hello, this is for Taurus. We're doing a Taurus general reading. So let's get started. I'm going to try to push through as many as I can today. Tonight actually. It's like 1 a.m. but apparently, according to the tarot cards, I have to be busy today. Working. So try to do as many as I can. Okay, Taurus. First we have here King of Pentacles in reverse. Bottom of that we have Death in reverse. We have Knight of Wands. Seems you're dealing with a couple of characters. They want you to get moving, get started with something. They're not approving of the pace you're moving at, which is something I think we touched on last time. Maybe you need to move a little quicker, just in general, you know. It seems your pace at which you're moving at is causing a lot of chaos again. It also seems to be saying here that they want you to use your, your powers to kind of quell the crowd, to appease, or not really appease, but kind of stop the fighting, stop the infighting that's going on. Seems you're not being a stabilizing force in the community, in your circle of friends that they imagine you to be, or they hoped you would be in this time of trouble. You seem to just be flitting here and there and here and there, not really concentrating on the issues, right? Ten of Swords in reverse. You seem to be ignoring blatant problems in society. The fact that people are getting skewered through their back is something that I think they think that you used to respond to, but you don't seem to pay too much attention to anymore. And the suggestion, maybe just relegate the situation. Kind of provide that kind of shoulder. Not just shoulder, but just do this, This is what it's telling you to do, to stand in that throne with that sword and adjudicate the problems, And we have Three of Wands in the verse. It seems you're hoping for something. You're hoping for something to appear, maybe. hoping or maybe kind of basing your current attitude on the fact that um, maybe like he's not doing it, I'm not doing it. You know, kind of being like that. Five of Swords. But I don't think you understand what a problem this is. You know, there are people getting bullied. They're getting their livelihoods taken away. They're losing their careers. But you're just standing there and you're like, he's not doing it, I'm not doing it. And you're not adjudicating and laying, kind of, being the Queen of Swords in this situation right now. You need to carry the burden. You need to carry your own burden. You can't, okay. You need to carry your own particular burden, and you need to carry it well. You need to carry it well. You need to, well, I feel like you're saying he's not doing a particular thing, so I won't do anything. That doesn't make much sense. He's not doing a particular thing, so I won't do anything. You have to do what is right in the situation for your life and for everyone's life based on your own perspective of life. You're not supposed to base it on someone else's do or do not. The burden rests on your shoulders. Your life is yours. Okay? In the Christian sense, you're supposed to not judge anyone. You're supposed to love everyone. And you're supposed to carry your own cross. You're supposed to, in a sense, I'm not saying all the Bible is like rhetorically right, but or even not malicious, but you seem to how do you put this? You're also responsible. In a Christian sense, this would be considered like, in some sense, like the sin of omission, or not only you're being judgmental, you're being unforgiving. You're not working on the problem on your own basis and own fact. The basis is that there's a problem and you fix it. There is no other person, there's no anyone else that you need to worry about but yourself. You're fully responsible in a cosmic sense for your own decisions. You are responsible for making the right decisions. You are responsible for making the right decisions, no one else. You understand? You need to move forward and start making the right decisions. I think you misunderstand that people are somehow not following something. Yeah, I'm not sure what you guys believe in, but they're not following the standard, the protocol. But you're not supposed to judge anyone. There's only one judge, that is God. And you're supposed to let him be the judge, be the judge. But you love being the judge, it seems. You love judging, and you seem to think that's right. It's not right. It's not a right course of action. It's not a godly way of living. A godly way of living is putting your head down and getting to work. King of Cups in reverse. Okay, I think that's the end of the reading. Okay, thanks everyone. Do you want maybe like a final message? Final message about like maybe some hope or something of that sort. But I want to reiterate some stuff. You know, a godly person forgives, does not judge, and moves based on what is right, what is true for himself and for others. And how other people judge that is all up to them. You can try convincing them, but if it doesn't work, you're supposed to turn the other eye and just do your own shit. Do your own shit. Work on what you have in front of you, and no one will judge you for that. In fact, the problem, it seems, is that you're not doing anything because you somehow preemptively judging someone for doing something that you know nothing about. Essentially, you know nothing about it, and you're just like, you seem to know nothing about it, and you're judging them. Okay? That's not right. The proper course of action, besides reading the Bible, maybe Paul's words, or maybe even searching up Bible verses. Like, okay, you can search up Bible verses like trust in God, or like faith in God, or courage in God. Bible verses about courage, Bible verses about faith, Bible verses like that. Okay, you don't want to take it for face value though, any of the verses, but it's essential that you read those and be prudent about what you let into your heart and what you don't let into your heart. You know, a lot of people have written over the Bible over the years, and that's obvious because of how much influence the Bible has, and you know, over people in their hearts. So you can't take it for face value, but you should adopt some of the Spirit of God. You should adopt the Spirit of God that is present throughout the Bible. That's how you're supposed to read the Bible. Okay, let's just maybe pull some cards. Wait, let me shuffle some more. Maybe some different cards. Okay. Well, the King of Cups will tell you, I expect you to do as he says. And I expect you to work this out. I expect you to work this out. Okay? You have to, you know, go through the struggle of your own life, of your own path. And that path is humility, courage, patience, long suffering, among other things. Okay? Stop being so like conceited and prideful and selfish. You need to put in the work. Okay? Yeah. Okay, bye. Just telling you, yeah, I expect this kind of result. I expect a result from you. Okay? The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups clearly want this to be represented in your work going forward. Okay? Okay, bye.